How y'all doing today? My name's Ayin, and today's topic of discussion is going to be people are mad that you're not around. People are mad that you are not around. Now, what I'm thinking about when I'm thinking about this topic, you know how we talk on this channel about having healthy interactions and knowing when to back up, stay in your own lane, mind your business, tend to the things that are on your plate, handle your situations, being a healthy you, because being a healthy you is not only being a healthier you for you, but it's being a healthier you for others. You're sticking to you. And now when I'm saying sticking to you, it doesn't mean solely you. You're embracing the healthiness up around you, whether that's healthier people, healthier interactions, whether it's new interactions that you're having, you're embracing it all because you're striving for something better. And you've tried to work out some of those missed connections, those missed opportunities with people and situations that were filled with drama, destructive behavior, destructive conversation, and you tend to give them a little less time because you're just like, okay, not that I'm cutting you off or writing you off, but you know, I've tried to put this to you one way, I tried to put it another, so I'm going to place you over here because you're wanting to do what you're wanting to do. And it's not that I'm trying to change you, I'm respecting who you are, but I'm trying to work on me. And this is not a conversation that you have to have with people. I've had that too, where I've seen where people are busy touting, hey, look, I'm trying to make a change, or you noticing the change that I'm making. It's not about that, no. And really, it's kind of like you're pandering for kudos or pats on the back for what you're doing. And it really doesn't last because you're really not doing it for you, especially if you're looking for others to, you know, acknowledge that you're making change. But I'm just saying, so I'm not saying by any stretch of the imagination you're telling people this, like, look, I'm trying to change, you ain't changed, so, you know, you got to get going. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is when you start taking that time and you're devoting it towards more healthy things. Well, by default, since you're winning by default because you're embracing everything that's healthier around you, you're living a healthier lifestyle, and you don't have time for the nonsense or the foolishness, you may notice that people start to get mad when you're not around. I notice they don't come around. Who do they think they are? I've actually gotten those comments sometimes. Oh, you hadn't seen you, must be, followed by whatever is positive happening in my life, but they're throwing a curveball with it. So it's got some sort of string attached. So just give you an example. I'm just going to make up something for the sake of this video so you can get what I'm saying. Oh, hadn't seen you since you moved to your new location. Hadn't seen you since you're driving XYZ. Hadn't seen you since you've gotten with this person. Hadn't seen you because now you're on this job. It's endless. And then to myself, I'm thinking, hadn't seen you because your attitude still stinks. That's what I'm talking about when I'm talking about people mad because you're not around. But I'm letting you know not to be pulled in or enticed into interacting with that behavior because it leads down a destructive road for you. Because it's basically a person trying to pull your cord. And by pull your cord, I mean trying to pull you out of your normal character and interacting in the way that they see fit. Whether that's destructive, unhealthy, it's just not good. The reason why we're addressing this topic on this video is so you can see it for what it is and you can be preventative with it. Yeah, on those times that I was called out on, you know, hadn't seen you. No, I don't even say anything. What I'm really thinking of in my head, you know, I may smile and grin. I'm like, yeah, you don't know when I leave here to be that much longer because, you know, I'm not coming around for this. You're still in this headspace. When I'm seeking interactions with people, I'm seeking for them to be upbuilding and encouraging. I like to be a breath of fresh air. And it's not that I'm necessarily expecting that from the other person, but just think if we all interacted like that. I'm just like how I'm seeking to come around you, maybe share something positive. It doesn't necessarily have to be with me. Just something positive and just seeing what's going on with you and seeing how I can perhaps cheer you on or what. But if you're in this constant like negative mind state or bad headspace or just, always, and no matter how much I try to, pick you up, you want to be down. And like I said in another video, there's nothing wrong with empathizing and sympathizing with people. And a lot of times when you do connect, especially when they're in a bad spot, a lot of the times they'll want to bring you down to that level. And sometimes you do go down to that level so you can sympathize and empathize with them. But for some people, that's not enough. They don't want you to just come down here temporarily. They want you to live down here. I want you to be in what I'm going through and stay here. I'm not really looking for a resolve or a way out. Be here with me. Maybe to make it a little bit more inviting where I'm at. That's what I have a problem with. How can you get ahead when you're dragging one leg? Yeah, some people can, and in some instances you can kind of push on ahead, but just think about how taxing that is on you. That's all I'm saying. Just bringing your attention to it so you'll be ready for the blowback that you may get. Oh, you're not around, so it makes you more resilient to these things. Don't bite the bait. I think it has been a few times. Like I said, I'm imperfect. It has been a few times where I've bitten the bait and said whatever I've said to whatever retort. I remember on one instance of being called out on not being around. By no stretch of imagination am I saying you should do this, but I remember my retort being, yeah, you could have called or whatever they were calling me out on. I put it back on them. Like you could have too. And then they were looking at me like I lost my mind. Like, where did that come from? And you said it. Nothing happened. We went ahead and continued visiting, but it was like, okay, you got that off your chest. I got that off mine. But that's not the ideal way that I would say of handling anything. And like I said, to those situations, I just let them go ahead and go on by. Because the fact of the matter is, even though I'm saying nothing happened with that, it to me, it still was unhealthy behavior because I know how I felt inside when they said that. And I know where the place that I was coming from when I gave that retort back. And it was unhealthy because I took it as it being malicious. So I was responding maliciously, hoping to, hurt them in the way that they hurt me or embarrass them or put them on the spot or whatever the case. That's the reason why I said that I consider it unhealthy or not constructive. Just wanted to take time out to discuss that with you. In the meantime, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Follow me on my other social media, Facebook, Tumblr, Twitter, Facebook, Tumblr, Twitter, Instagram. Obviously, I'm on YouTube. I have a link in the description box. That's where you can get my book, I Am Kilimanjaro's The Arithmetic of Family Communication. The book is on Amazon. You can get it in a digital format or you can get it in paperback. So you can mark it all up, highlight the things that you like about the book, add your own little things, do whatever. It's paper. Click on the link. And until next time, stay encouraged, avoid being discouraged. I'm Ayin. You have a good one.